February, let's just start with that. Today's February the 25th. It's been 21 days of fasting. You couldn't pry this shirt on me, so it fits. But I wouldn't wear it like this because of probably self-conscious, or not. I just wouldn't be comfortable wearing it, but it does fit. It goes on. And my gray shirt, you guys seen me in the other video, that fit a little like this, snug, but it fit. I couldn't get it past my shoulders before or past my upper chest. So it fits. So on a good note, things aren't always bad every day, and I don't want my videos to be depressing or anything like that. So yeah, on a good note, my boxers are falling off. Actually, this shirt's holding my boxers up right now. And I don't know, I think those are like 6X or something like that. And I didn't wake up too good today. My mind, I had a lot to say. I made a video that I'm going to put out probably months from now. It's just one that I stored in like a bucket video. I'll put it out later when I see some improvement. And like I said, I haven't even washed up or anything. I wanted to hurry up and tell you what's on my mind today. But we'll sit down and do this. I'm just gonna go a few minutes into this. Those of you that want to know how tough it's been tough. It's just been water, juicing fruit, vegetables. I didn't eat my soup yesterday. I eat a soup or a broth, a soup broth, I guess, or however you want to call it when you see it. I didn't eat it yesterday. I just wasn't up to it. So I'll be eating it today, even though I probably could go without eating it, but I'll eat it today just for mental and health reasons. I want to go ahead and eat something. I want to touch on the subject of telling yourself, I'll do it next year, and also saying, well, that person over there is bigger than me. My brother, my cousin, my uncle, they're bigger than me and they don't have health problems, or there's nothing wrong with them, so I'll put it off for another year, or hey, my friends are all fat, so it's okay, Let me tell you something. When the problems and complications come, you have to deal with them because they're with you. They're not with your friends and family and all of them. You have to deal with them. When the health factor factors in, whether you're healthy, whether, your knee problems, your back problems, your thyroid problem, or not thyroid problem, I'm sorry, your prostate problem, well, you're too heavy and you're pushing on your prostate, and all those problems come, you might have those problems come to you first before that person that you're talking about. Oh, my cousin's as big as me or bigger than me, and he doesn't have no problems. When you go to wake up and tie your shoes to go out to work or to go out to an errand or something, you have those problems. When you go to the bathroom and you can't take care of yourself properly, you have those problems. They're your problems. And for you to sit back and say, well, man, I'm not the only one going through this, man. Look at this fat whatever. Look at this. They got to be going through it too. The thing is that when you get sick or you lose your life over it, you're going by yourself. They're not going with you. All these people you pointed out are not going with you. You're going by yourself. When you can't put that seatbelt in that car, and God forbid that this happens, that you're driving down the street and you get hit, and because you couldn't wear a seatbelt, you're gone. Or one thing that crosses my mind, because I love fishing. I love to fish. You're on your boat and you fall out of the water. And you're so out of shape, so basically so big that you can't even get back on the boat. Or the boat has gotten away from you and you're out in the middle of the lake, miles away from shore. What are you going to do then? Your uncle, your cousins that are going through the same thing, family, friends, they can't come save you. You got to save yourself. Well, it's the same thing with being overweight, being obese. You got to save yourself. You got to save yourself. And you're saying, Jeff, you know, at this stage, why are you preaching? I'm not preaching to you. I'm not preaching to you. I'm telling you, just think about these things. Just think about it. Because I think about them. Recently, I had told myself, I was like, man, I'm upset. I wasn't able to buy this kayak that I wanted to buy so I could go fishing and do my hobby, the thing that I love the most, that brings me to peace. These are things that bring me to good. They bring me to good. At the end of the day, they bring you to good, to a good feeling, to a good way of life. And you yourself take that away from yourself. Because I've got the money to buy a kayak. I've got the money to buy a kayak. But do I really want to be out in the middle of the lake in a kayak where I know that as big as I am, I'm not going to be able to get myself back in that kayak if it rolls over. Let alone find a kayak that can withstand 470 pounds plus my equipment, which is going to probably be another 50, 60, maybe 100 pounds. Because I'll have time next year. I'll do it next year. Well, next year comes around and you got some health problems that you can't be out like that no more. They might tell you, hey man, you something came up and you're messed up. You know, obesity really took a chunk out of you. You know, there's a lot of reasons, a lot of things that, and I'll tell you, for probably 4 or 5 years, I've wanted a kayak. I've wanted a kayak. And some people say, well, they got kayaks that can hold you. Okay, so what if you got to stand up on your kayak? What if you fall out of your kayak? I mean, I've known of people 350 pounds having problems with transitioning from a boat to a kayak. You know, why do you want a kayak? A person would say that, well, why do you want a kayak then? To forget a kayak. No, man, no. Change. If that kayak is going to make you change the way that you take care of yourself, then make that a goal. Make it a goal to get in that kayak. Buy you a kayak and get out there and fish and do what you love. Because I'm sure if you ask a lot of people, you don't love just watching it on YouTube or on TV. Especially like myself, I consider myself a good fisherman. I can catch fish every time I go out. I can catch a fish. I have enough knowledge to catch a fish every time I go out. Even if it's a little bluegill, I have enough knowledge that I can do that. But I also know that I'm real good at bass fishing. I can catch some bass. I also have the knowledge to catch walleyes. I've caught them before. I've caught some monster catfish. Now all I need is a kayak. So I can fish places that other people can't. so I can fish up close to the fish and not spook them. With the trolling motor or the boat, the big boat that makes a lot of noise and all, I can get in places that the boat can't get in. That's why I want a kayak, because it would make me happy. I would be super happy if I could fish off of a kayak, be stealthy, and if I fall off of it, boom, I'm back on it. I'm not going to do it at 470 pounds. Let's be realistic. You know, unless they got a super kayak or a helicopter's going to come and pick up Mr. Garcia from the water and put you right on the kayak. Funny, huh? You're hilarious, huh? So anyways, the point of this video is, if there's something that can motivate you, or several things that can motivate you to change and fight back, do it, you know. Especially if it's something you love to do, man, you should fight for that. Hopefully, if God gives me that time to do this, to fix this problem and go on with my life and do the things that I want to do, you know, because I think most things or all things is up to God if he gives you that time. But God can't make you diet. God can't make you fast. God can't make you a better you if you don't want to be a better you. If you don't want to have a good health, he can't give you that. And I'll tell you, you know, people say, and it's nice of people, it's very nice of people, very generous to say this. Well, I'm going to pray for you. You pray for God. You pray for God to help you. You take the time and you pray for God. Because God is dealing with them. Now you're asking too much to take care of you, and now you want me to take care of this stranger. No, man, you pray for yourself and appreciate the people that do pray for you. Appreciate it. I'm not saying in all circumstances am I saying don't appreciate it. Appreciate it. That they take the time to pray for you too, but pray for yourself and change yourself. You know? You do that. You do that and things will get well. And don't tell God, oh, this year, God, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go on a diet. I'm going to take care of myself, and then turn around and do the opposite. Don't do that. I'm not a very religious person, but I can tell you this. I do believe in God. I believe that I've gotten to this point and I'm pre-diabetic. The doctor didn't say you're diabetic. He said you're pre-diabetic. I am dealing with those two issues that I have, the little spots in my lungs, 2 little spots in my lungs, enlarged valve in my heart. I'm dealing with that. So why don't I do myself a favor and care about the obesity part of it? I want to clear something up. I've never been one to say, oh, my cousin, she's fat, he's fat, so it's okay. He can't tie his shoes, it's okay if I can't. I've never been that person. I've always been a person that I gotta make the money to pay the bills. I gotta have a good life. I gotta be clean as a person. I gotta have my house clean, you know. I can take you around this whole house. I don't sit on my butt at the couch and wait for something to just drop out of the sky or wait for some miracle. I can't do that. That's not me. I'm not gonna live that world up here. And think about it, how hard that is too. How hard that is to do those things, because some people cannot do it. Some people gave up a long time ago. They probably gave up when they were 300 pounds. 250 pounds. I still haven't given up. And I definitely don't want other things to pop up on my medical paperwork and whatever records. I don't want nothing else to pop up. And if I can help that not happen, that's what I'm doing here. 21 days already. I'm not telling you how to live your life. I'm not telling you that you're wrong. If you're happy with yourself, you probably wouldn't have even clicked on this video. But if curiosity got you and you clicked on this video and you took anything I said personal, ask yourself this: why did you take it personal? Why did you take what I've been talking about personal? I'm just going to leave it at that. Ask yourself that. I'm not going to ask you. You ask yourself. This is my story. This is what I'm going through. And I don't feel that I'm alone in it. I could walk outside, walk a half a block and see that I'm not alone. I can go to Walmart and look around and see that I'm not alone. It's just I'm one of the ones that's willing to talk about it. That you do have problems tying your shoes. You do have problems going to the bathroom and taking care of yourself. You do have problems going to people's homes and sitting down in their chairs and their furniture. You do have problems socially. You do have problems finding clothes. And you might not have an eating disorder. You might not have but something's out of order because something is causing you to gain weight. Something is causing you to be where you're at today. Because I know what my something was. And that's a start. That's a good start. The bad thing is when you let it, you know what's affecting you and you let it go on for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. And then you want to act surprised with what the doctor told you. Come on, man. Don't let life consume you. You only live once. So I'm not saying waste all your time, waste your money, throw your money away and, get on all kinds of diet programs and pay high dollar for them. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying take care of yourself. There's so much stuff out there today, information that I've learned that I've learned years ago too, a lot of it. I knew what I was doing when I was working all those long hours and letting the boss call the shots of my life too. Telling me, hey, I know you worked 8-10 hours, but I need you for 2 more. And by the way, we're working Saturday and Sunday. And we got to work full days like the rest of the week. When I got home and I was like, you know what? I had to eat whatever. And stacked up my plate, ate my food. After my shower, I ate my food. What's next? Watch some TV? Let me tell you, in 5 years, I don't remember watching TV, honestly. I might have watched a series or something here and there when I had time, but that's how busy and how consumed I was to everything I was doing, except my health. You wanted to know what I'm doing on day 21, February 25th? This is what I'm doing. I'm talking to you guys. I'm very grateful that I woke up this morning. I'm very grateful for that. I'm very grateful for taking the time and making this video. It helps me clean out too. It helps me clean out. And if this can help somebody else, great. I think I've covered a bunch of stuff and I ranted enough to you guys, and you guys have a good rest of the day. My intentions was not to depress you in any way. It's to help you. While I'm helping myself, maybe I can help you too. Take it easy. Peace, like I always say. Until tomorrow, 22 days tomorrow. So take it easy.